Hello everybody, hi Kara. Hope everyone is doing good. We're going to start our meditation in just a moment. All right, it is time to meditate. So first, from this book that I've been reading, there's a passage in here, it's just a sentence long actually, that I'd like to start out with today. And it states that it says, only love with no thought of return can soften the point of suffering. So I'll just say that again. Only love with no thought of return can soften the point of suffering. So that resonated with me today. And it was a lot of these things I'm reading now are about the springtime because it's a daily reflection journal. So if you think about that, think about when it says only love, especially when you don't think of return. So if you're doing something, or if I've done that before, where I'm doing something out of kindness, out of love, out of something that I expect I should be receiving back, that's not going to do anything for me, right? So I like that passage. Only love without expecting anything in return can soften suffering. So I take from that is if we're feeling not so great or suffering or hurting, love is our way out of that. And sometimes that's the hardest thing to do, let me tell you. All right, let's get ready to meditate because today we are meditating on love. So it's Friday Love Day. So get ready, find your comfortable place. Wherever it is for you, simply sit back, lay down, stand up. Here we go. Let's start. Yes, Holly, I will share that. Yes, I will. John, welcome. Jeff, Becky. Oh, it's good to have so many people here. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and close our eyes. Start to slow our breathing down. If you're new to meditation, really what meditation all is about is just slowing our breath down. So as we soften our breath, let's let our body soften as well and let our shoulders drop. We need to rock your head back and forth just slightly and slowly if you need to alleviate any tension there. Chins and shoulders soften. Let's focus on our fingertips and our toes and just even feel that relaxed. And we're just going to pull into whatever is supporting us on every exhale. Letting go of any thoughts or distractions, noises, physical feelings in our bodies, anything that's distracting us, just acknowledge that distraction and just exhale it away. Even if you have to do that over and over again, just be patient with yourself and let your brain do what your brain does and just keep letting it go. Even if you're having thoughts of things that you just think, I can't possibly just let this go. Imagine there's a lockbox that you can just exhale those thoughts into. So you can just see them going in there, knowing that we'll get to them later. If you find yourself in this moment today with stress or anxiety, fear or loneliness, we're going to let that go with our exhales. Even if it's just for these moments together. Just let that go. If you need to name it, you can name it and just tell yourself, and just silently on your exhale, stress, I am letting you go. Fear, I am letting you go. This letting go is called a clearing. We're clearing way to bring love in for the second part of this meditation. So let's just keep clearing of what we don't want that might not be suiting us, but we're feeling it right now. Even if it's just for these moments. Now to start making way for that love to come in and enter our bodies. There's so many of us with so many questions right now with what's happening with us, jobs, money, family, distance between people. So many questions. But as we inhale in, let's just silently say to ourselves, whatever the question, and exhale out, love is the answer. Inhale in, whatever the question. Exhale out, love is the answer. Whatever the question, love is the answer. And then let's just start breathing in. I am love. And exhale out. I am love. I am love. Whatever love looks like to you, feels like to you, breathe it in and breathe it out. When you're ready, go ahead and open up your eyes. We'll come on back to wherever you are. That was our meditation on love. The reason I'd like to do that one, when I was a kid, and it was 7th grade, I was in a Catholic school. And my father is a very, very liberal man. And he was a very religious man, very Catholic man himself, but very liberal when it came to the church. So we had to memorize definitions of what is peace, what is hope, what is love. And they were like a paragraph long definition, and then we had to get up in class and recite what we memorized. And when it came to love, I'm rehearsing this with my dad the night before, and my rote memorization of what love is. And he says, I'll never forget, he told me, he said, you have to say this for school tomorrow, but this is kind of bullshit. He says, all you need to know about love is the absence of fear. He says, that's all you'll ever need to know about love, is it's the absence of fear. And that has always stuck with me, all of these years later. And I've come to really learn that there's really 2 emotions that I feel. It's fear or love. And if I'm feeling fearful, I've taken many steps away from love. If I'm feeling very loving, I've taken many steps away from fear. So that's why I like to do this love meditation. It helps me to take steps away from fear. And because fear doesn't do a lot for me, it really doesn't. It's not an emotion that sits well in me. There's some times where I have to be fearful, but that's for survival, and that should just, for me, be very temporary. Living in fear is exhausting, and it's not good for our physical or mental health. So if you want to think like my dad thinks, love is the absence of fear. So if you're feeling anything like that, check into love, and we are always the love. It's always us. It's not someone else giving us love. It's not someone else saying loving things to us. Although that's wonderful, we are the love. We always are. It's always inside. That's where meditation comes in. It taps us back into that process of realizing, yeah, I am the love. I am just a big being of love. But we can let a lot of other things get in here that take us steps away from that. So Jeff, you in the comments here, you got it. That was the passage. Love with no thought of return is the one thing that softens the point of suffering. So with all of that, one more thing. In my office, I have a frame, and it says, and it's just a quote, and it says, whatever the question, love is the answer. So that's how I got to this meditation. And so people will come in and they'll say that. And when I find myself getting angry because you're really short with people, and it doesn't happen a lot thanks to my meditation practice, but when it does, I realize, okay, I'm getting steps away from there. And people come in and people mock it, and people like it and say it's helped them. Like one guy came in and he says, whatever the question, I'm like, yeah. He says, okay, where's the bathroom? So I think to myself, in my mind, I'm silently saying to him, I love you, you freaking jerk. It's to the right. So I'm still getting that love in there, even with people who might not think the same way. So anyway, on that note, wish you all a loving day. Be the love. Have a great day. And tap back into this at any point today by just taking a couple of deep breaths and reminding yourself that whatever the question, love truly is the answer. Have a great day, everybody.